I need a runner for me to get into. I need a runner for me to get into. I've never been to Africa, but I wanna be indigenous. I'm needing somewhere different for me. All of my friends are gone. They can think I run this town. Jealousy won't tilt my crown, so I'll block them. I have been all around. No love I haven't found. They cannot ever hold me down. The motherland I am bound. I have been all around. No love I haven't found. They cannot ever hold me down. The motherland I am bound to go. I need a runner for me. I need a runner for me. I need a runner for me for me to get to. I need a runner for me. I need a runner for me. I need a runner for me to get into. Good morning. Hey guys. Listen to me play the song. Listen to me play the song. Afrobeat, Afro-fun, just a little bit stronger. I need a runner for me to get into. I need a runner for me. I need a runner for me. I need a runner for me to get into. I've been all around. I haven't found love. The motherland I am bound to go. Listen to me play the song. For me to get through. For me to get through. I need a ride for me. I need a ride for me to get through. No love I had been found. The motherland I am bound. I have been all around. No love I haven't found. They cannot ever hold me down. I am bound to go. We did it! We did it. We did it. We did it. Holy shit. We fucking did it. We did it, guys. We did it. We fucking did it. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Bootz God. I am the hip-hop oracle, intuitive reader extraordinaire. I feel the energy of people, places, and things. Based on that energy, I'm able to accurately foreshadow the future, but that's clearly not all I do. I host events, I motivate people, and I evoke the authenticity of your spirit. Welcome to a candid live video in reflection of the best weekend in my entire life. But before I do that, a couple of announcements. So for those individuals who thought that your question wasn't going to get answered on Monday because I had such a spectacular weekend, you don't know your mother very well, do you? Okay, I saw some people panicking like, oh my God, is my question coming? Is it going to happen? Yeah, baby, I got you. Don't worry. Okay, I've been answering questions since 6 o'clock this morning, even though I've only gotten like 2 hours of sleep. Cerberus, go get it. Good boy. So I'm completely dedicated to this business because without this business, I wouldn't be able to accomplish my dreams. So if you haven't got your question answered as of yet throughout the weekend, I'm actually still in my time frame, 24 to 48 business hours, and Saturday and Sunday I don't work anyway. But those individuals who purchased on Wednesday of last week, when I tapped out and went tunnel vision, your question was already answered at 6 o'clock this morning, and it should be on your technological device or your email, okay? I do have 1 day of appointments available for you. That is March the 8th, because I'm trying to get out of something that I said I was going to do, and I need something else to be done. So you guys go ahead and book your appointments for March the 8th. If you guys do not mind, I would thoroughly appreciate seeing you and not seeing them, okay? So March the 8th, I do have appointments that are available. Shop Bootz orders definitely were shipped out on Friday, the day that I left for Dallas, so they should be on the way to you as of right now. I do have a couple of repair orders. Some people are saying that they're not getting the quantity that they have ordered, and I see exactly why now. I've made the proper adjustments, and thank you for growing with me with Shop Bootz. On 3/4, that's March the 4th, my new fragrance called Witch in the Woods will be available to the general public. It is very limited edition, and it will come and go, okay? So when that sells out, next batch is created, we package it up in-house, and then it'll be available to you again. That is going to be combined with a commercial, okay, that will be shot at a park I used to skip school in here in Charlotte, North Carolina, so I'm really excited about debuting that to you guys. Okay, other things, that is also accompanied with a song called Misunderstood, and it's the second single that will be released for my birthday EP. You guys know I always drop music on my birthday, and the name of that EP is called Lude, L-U-D-E, Lude. And for those of you guys who don't know, my idol, Erykah, she called me Lude one time, and I was really offended by that, but she said use that energy, and I'm gonna definitely use it. Speaking of Erykah Badu, it is her birthday today, and today only, because of the digital support and virtual support of my beautiful audience, 50% off of everything on BootzTarot.com using code Erykah, E-R-Y-K-A-H. It does not work for appointments. It does not work for Shop Bootz, but it indeed does work on the psychic page for services and things of that nature, for the tip jar, for music, for incantations, for sigils, for classes. And let's talk about classes really quickly. I guess I wasn't as drunk as I thought I was, bitch, because I watched that class back, the spiritual activation class. I watched it back on the flight back to home, and I killed that fucking class. I can't say it was the best class I taught. That tarot class was the best class I taught. But all of my classes are 50% off today using code Erykah. Everything's 50% off using code Erykah today because it is Mother's birthday. E-R-Y-K-A-H will get you the 50% off that you seek, okay? On tomorrow's show, it is 100% dedicated to Wendy Williams. 100%, okay? I actually was trying to give her a tribute on stage this weekend, but my co-host kind of veered off to the left. So I'm definitely going to bring it back and honor her in the way that I feel like she should be honored. I definitely watched the documentary right after the show, and I watched it again when I got home. And I have thoughts, and I also want to honor her in a way. For those of you guys who don't know, I had a phase of my life where I was honoring my inspirations, Erykah Badu being one of them, and one of the very few that actually corresponded back with me for the inspirations that the tributes that I gave birth by the inspiration that they gave me. Wendy Williams was another one, and I gave her a single lady-esque type of tribute back in the day called Feel It, and I'll actually play that record really quickly before we get into the reflections of how I'm feeling and what's going on in my mind and in my world right now. Yeah, so
Tomorrow's show is actually the 100th episode of season 7 of my show. Season 8 is all about technological advancements. So you guys will start to get commercials in between me going live and things of that nature. And everything I'm learning right now, I'm in like digital classes, learning how to work OBS the right way to insert commercials. You guys have tested some of that, and you guys can see the vision on where the show is going to be going, okay? Specifically housed on Instagram, but the way that I can set it up, I can put the feed on YouTube. It's just the angles are different. So YouTube, y'all don't care about this shit, but YouTube is a wide angle and Instagram is a vertical angle, and I'm having to learn how to take the same stream and place it on multiple platforms with different angles. So that's what it is. Malcolm, it's not about you, Malcolm. I've been using OBS since 2014. Malcolm, you want to think you did something, don't you, Malcolm? But you did do something. You and my entire squad held me the fuck down this weekend, and I'm so motherfucking grateful. So motherfucking grateful. So just a brief recap before I actually go in and reflect the experience with you, because it was all a dream. It was all a dream. Like, we were just here. You know what I'm saying? We were just in this hot tub last week, and it is currently 11:11, so let's go ahead and go to God. Yameno esawa buetsa. Thank you, God. Source, whose name I call Bootz. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to feel you in the midst of people so abundantly that I dissociated from my reality and executed a task that you placed before me. Bootz, I ask that you keep me. I ask Source's energy, deity of all deities, that you guide my audience to their wildest dreams and the fulfillment of their dreams therein. Give them tenacity this week. Let my living be a testimony for what they can accomplish if only they put a little faith in who they are as people. The same thing I say on that stage is the same thing I say every single day via my own virtual platform, and hopefully it does not fall on deaf ears. Allow them strength, tenacity, courage, trust, loyalty, friendship, abundance, magnificence. Break the chains that bind them to things that aren't progressive and positive in their worlds, and give them a breath of fresh air and the refreshing aspects of water dripping down their spiritual trachea in a way that makes them say, I can live to see another day. For those who are downtrodden, I break that chain. For those who want to end their experience, I break that chain right now, and I wear it in adornment as an award of what we've endured and a reward from what God has for us if we are to listen. No matter who we are, we have a purpose. And I thank you for allowing me to illuminate that purpose as you illuminated me on that stage on Saturday night. Amen. Ashe, Bootz, so mote it be. Guys, it was a dream. You know, the word dream can be interpreted 2 different ways, right? Like, when you go to sleep, you dream, right? But this dream felt like that dream, but I was actively experiencing it. So I'll do a physical recap, but before I do that, we have to give a special congratulations to our everyday Crystal. We had a session. She was my last client before I left, and we both had shows on Saturday. For those of you guys who don't know who Crystal is, she's a paraplegic, okay, which means that she's paralyzed from the waist down, and she operates a wheelchair. Well, she has a modeling contract in New York, and I bantered with her on Friday about us both killing the show, and she killed it. The look was amazing. Crystal, you looked absolutely fabulous. The gold wings, the way you were wheeling yourself around all those Caucasian people and being unapologetic about it. I fucking love your ass. And I was so inspired backstage watching you that it inspired me to do a good job. So for those of you guys who don't mind, and I know she doesn't mind, give me wheelchair emojis with a whole bunch of fairy dust and shit, because she was an excellent fucking fairy. That motherfucking goddamn gay night, bitch. I gotta give you your 10s before I talk about my experience. So for those of you guys who don't know, I went to Dallas 3 weeks ago, and that didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. It was out of alignment. That's the best way that I can put it. I reflected it with my squad and things of that nature, and it actually got the attention of my mentor, and we actually bantered about it, and to the point where she invited me to host her birthday this year. So I gathered my team. I initially knew that Maya and JoJo were going to be in attendance. I didn't think Keisha was going to go. But after I got out of a creative meeting with with Erykah's team, I said, I need Keisha. I need you there. I need you to be there. And she said, okay, I'll clear my schedule on Saturday and I'm going to show up for you. And she definitely, I booked her ticket that day and she was definitely going to be there, okay? Maya, she comes the day before. We're getting my hair together. We're getting my nails together. And if you guys don't mind, screenshot my nails and tag on Instagram in your story, Saved by the Nail. She killed it. I said I needed red and she came and she fucking slayed. And I haven't properly posted her the way that I need to, okay? But she came and she gave me a personal testimony saying that I inspired her. For those of you guys who don't know, I'm 4 years clean from cocaine. I don't think she wants that out there though. Let's just say I inspired her journey of sobriety, and we were bantering about it. So there was these moments of enlightenment happening prior to the trip that were giving me all of the zhuzhes that I needed to feel prior to executing a task such as this. Now, mind you, I hosted parties all up and through my college career. This is how I funded my college career when my mother cut me off. She said, you want to go out there and party? I said, yeah. And she said, well, I'm not paying for school. And I said, well, then I'm going to get paid to party because I you know, I'm college, you know, you want to do this. So I hosted parties before. I'm used to crashing stages in the most respectful way. And the last time I did that was 2019 at the BET Awards when I crashed the stage. I went up there and, you know, I did my thing or whatever. So I haven't seen a stage since the pandemic. This was the first time that I've been on stage since the pandemic. And I have to be honest with you, all last week it was difficult sleeping. All last week my anxiety was on 2,000. All last week I was practicing my ass off. And I was very, very focused on the mission at hand. And again, I always say thank you to my audience for giving me the space and time to get that together, because we've built something that I feel like some of you are dependent upon. And that's okay, because I'm always going to show up for you. But I do have to carve out space to execute some individualistic tasks that I have. And I was in the choreography of that all last week. Like, you know, I was answering readings while staying up till like 4 or 5 in the morning, making sure that the nails... It's one thing to play piano, right? But I've never played piano publicly with nails this long, right? So I was paranoid. I was going through all of the things. Mind you, I live alone in this big ass house, and I feel a lot like Wendy Williams in that regard. But I live alone in this big ass house, and I was like, oh my God, like I'm tortured by my thoughts at this time. But the time is coming, you know, the time is approaching. JoJo is ready. He got his camera and stuff together. Now, mind you, JoJo is a freelance photographer and videographer as well. When I say he's my producer, he produces everything. Okay, and he's really good at it, but this was his first event of this magnitude as well, so there was a learning curve for him as well as Maya. Now, this is the thing. Again, Maya, I'm getting my nails done. Maya is at the house. She's doing my hair. She's responsible for my hair being as beautifully burgundy as it is right now. She's packing my clothes. I mean, she's going 0 to 100 real quick. I could tell something was wrong, but Maya is the type that keeps her business away from me. Like, you know, she started off as a client, and really early on when I hired her about 5 years ago, I said, well, I don't read friends or family because I'm biased, right? And I was like, if you're going to cross that threshold, then I'm not going to be able to, you know, render my services to you. It's just a rule. If you work for me, I don't read you. And it's kind of counterproductive because I end up reading them anyway. It just stuff downloads onto me, and I kept asking her, are you okay? Are you good? Are you good? Come to find out, my girl has gastritis. Now, I don't even know what the fuck that is. But her stomach was in knots, and as you guys saw from what I posted, she said that she wouldn't be able to attend. She said, I'm in pain. I'm not going to be able to do my job. I just feel like I'll be a burden on the trip. And as you can see, it took me a minute because all the emotions ran. You know, because I got that message as I was waiting on the fucking lift to the airport, and I was like, oh my God, my heart's dropping. Like, oh my God, like, what am I gonna do? Like, I'm freaked out. Like, and knowing that somebody has my back that way, and I've let her in so much, you know, it's like, without that safety net, like, I'm really out there, you know what I'm saying? So she's more pivotal than you realize, but I think you realize it now, because as you can see, when she pulled up, I cried like a fucking baby. Okay, Gladys said it's no joke, it's very painful. I knew she was going through, I just didn't know the magnitude of how she was being affected. Do you know? So she didn't take the first flight. She texted me after sound check. Now, mind you, so the next day, she's not gonna go, okay? I call my manager, I call my mom, everybody's like talking me off a ledge. I'm like breathing through a fucking paper bag, trying to make sure that my energies are in accordance to what I am still going to be doing. And so I go to the airport, I get up with JoJo, and I think I go live one time, don't I? I don't remember, but I think I go live. The minute that we get there, we go straight to the rehearsal space, right? Now, mind you, all of this is happening. JoJo is very calm in everything. Like, he shows he's a nigga. Big back, bumpy back, gator mouth nigga. Big back, bumpy back, gator mouth nigga. That's what he is. But he's my big back, bumpy back cousin. And he was definitely in there. Definitely in the space with me, but this was also an experience for him. So a lot of the times, you know, when I'm around my cousin, we're working privately, and I'm used to him being very expressive with me. In this case, I had to learn that my cousin is really quiet in public, and it's a side of him that I knew, but it was more prevalent, probably because of the magnitude of where we were at and what we were doing. So we pull up to the rehearsal space. Rehearsal don't start till damn 6. Now, mind you, if rehearsal starts at 6, the artists don't get there till 9. We don't see the hotel until 1 o'clock in the motherfucking morning, right? So we're at rehearsal. Mind you, everybody is so cool. Everybody is so gifted. Everybody is so talented. I'm surrounded by people who are great with artistry. And it's a dream come true to be in that space, because this is a Grammy award-winning artists team I'm around, you know, and I'm carrying myself as I always would, you know. I'm entertaining, I'm lewd-mouthed, I'm expressive, I'm free, and I meet the co-host. Her name is Coco, and it turns out to be Erykah Badu's sister, and our banter is just natural as fuck. So we're there at 2 o'clock. We order Smash Burger, which is overrated, Dallas. Okay, I mean, one of my dog's trainer told me to get Smash Burger, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna get Smash Burger, and let's just say Bass Burger. Okay, it wasn't all of that, but I mean, it did hit the spot for us being there. And again, we were waiting for a while, but it didn't feel like waiting. It felt like limbo. It felt like my spirit was suspended in time and space, and we're just like, you know, observing everything going down or whatever. And everybody, I guess they're used to Erykah's presence because that's her team. They were like hyping it up. She says when she walks in, lights are gonna flicker and all this stuff. So I'm like, oh God, like they're hyping it up for me because they want to see my reaction, which I absolutely loved. But every single person knew who I was. Every single person respected me for who I was. Every single person embraced me lovingly, you know. And I realized that they work with her, but they don't have the rapport that me and her have built over this past year. That's my friend. You know, that was my friend. That is my friend. Like, it's dope. Like, so Erykah's FaceTiming me, making sure I'm good, and they're like this is a whole nother level. Like, and I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, I'm freaking out at X, Y, Z. So to take the edge off, me and my cousin do a photo shoot in the tree outside of the rehearsal space, and that's where you saw that cake. Okay, that cake and that Pusachi. Okay, and I you know, I have a stylist friend, and he was like, you gotta mix some real designer with some fake designer. So I had the real Dolce's on, and I mixed that with that damn Pusachi that I had on, and I got up in that goddamn tree, and we took some pictures, and I edited the pictures while I was there. I want to use, you know, my time wisely while I was there. So rehearsal's going great. You know, it's going great. I'm getting some BTS footage that got reposted by somebody who wasn't me, as if they were there. The weirdest shit I've ever experienced in my life. And we'll talk about that momentarily, because that does play a factor in the story or whatever. So she arrives, and rehearsal runs to about 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, mind you, as she's rehearsing, me and Coco and JoJo, we're outside smoking weed and practicing our banter. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Lord. Didn't I mute this fucking phone? Shut up, bitch. Okay, we're outside bantering, practicing our banter, and we kind of got a generic flow of show, right? And when you're hosting, you can't really rehearse that. Like, it's just got to happen. You know what I'm saying? So it came to about like 1 or 2 in the morning, and she calls us in to like show what we're gonna do on stage. Everybody else is leaving, and then she asked me to demonstrate me playing the piano and singing. And so when I started playing the piano, everybody's moving around. Everybody was like, and that was the reaction I needed, because that was the reaction that the crowd was gonna give me the next night, right? So we leave rehearsal, hugs all around. I get some weed from her manager that is really good. Now I know that I need a hybrid. I've been smoking indica that has been making me feel that paranoid feeling that I have. I need a sativa leaning into indica. So it's a whole science behind marijuana. And, you know, I'm from the west side of Charlotte. We just smoke what we're given, bitch, except for if it's crack, honey. But that is what it is. So the rehearsal's over. We go to the hotel. We order food, and mind you, we know the menu because we were there 3 weeks ago, right? So I was very comfortable in the lodging of it all. At the Ritz-Carlton in Dallas. The staff is excellent. Everybody treated me very well. We were the only there, and I like that, to be honest. I like to be an oddity in a room, but something racist happened to me the night of the show, but I'm going to talk about that momentarily. So that night, what is it? Sorry. So that night, we get food, we eat, JoJo goes to sleep, and I can't sleep. So I go downstairs and I say, is there a piano in this place? She said it's in the executive suite. I said, well, I have a huge show tomorrow. Can I go up there and like practice or whatever? She said, no, but come on. So she takes me to a private elevator. I go up to the executive suite of the Ritz-Carlton, and it is breathtaking. I mean, that's goals. That's like God saying that this is what we are aspiring to now. I go up in there, and I'm in these pillars and the views, like it's like invisible walls at the top floor, so it looks like there is nothing blocking you from jumping out of the hotel. But the grand piano up there was all white. It was a baby grand piano, and I stayed up there and I played until 6 o'clock in the morning until she came and got me so that she didn't get in trouble. From there I go live, and I talk to you guys about everything that went down, and how I was feeling in the moment. And that evening, at the end of that live video, I recorded something that I needed to send to somebody. Now, this individual I met at Erykah Badu's concert in 2019, and since that time period, I have been kind of uncomfortable with his presence in the way that he has been maneuvering. He was in squad, and I guess I was kind of confused as well as hurt because I saw it for the clout chase that it was. Even though you've been around events of mine, come to find out you've never paid for those events. It's just a big whole thing. I didn't want that to take away from what I had going on, though. But I will tell you how I work. I work best in chaos, okay? I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I work your problems out because they're chaotic, and I can create order out of the problems that you guys have. So in this overwhelmingly ascending moment, I'm being balanced out or anchored by something that is familiar to me, which is bullshit. You see how God works? Like, it's purposeful, right? So I sent that message. You guys saw the end of it. I sent that message to the individual. And as we're getting ready for the show, this individual decides he wants to take my background footage and post it as if he was actually there. It was the most strangest thing I have ever experienced, So I talked to my mentor about it, and, it's her birthday function. I was like, I think, some weird shit is going to go on with somebody who's there, and I ain't trying to, beat nobody's ass up in here. She said, well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to flatter him, and this is the part I didn't tell Squad. We're going to flatter him by posting him. And so she did. She posted him in her story, and she said that's either going to simmer him down or he's going to self-destruct. And I said, cool. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to follow your lead on this. And she said, you're in a different realm now, babe. You're in a different room. You're in the room where the crazies are going to start to act out. And this is somewhat something that you're going to have to get used to. And I was like, holy shit, okay. And she was like, what were the tarot cards that you pulled prior to coming? The first card that was pulled was Draconis. That's other people's demons, right? Bryce is my own demon, right? But Draconis was the first card that was pulled, which represents the demons of others. And so at first I thought it was Maya not showing up, not being there, right? Now, mind you, after the sound check, there's a space I missed. Maya texts me and says she bought a ticket and she's on the fucking way. Now, that level of loyalty, I still haven't processed. Your stomach is hurting you to the core, and you're gonna buy your own ticket just so that you can show up for me? What a blessing you are. I couldn't process it then because I still had work to do, but that shit blew my mind. It's still blowing my mind that you did that, Maya. Like, on some real shit. Like, I don't know. I feel like I suffer from imposter syndrome. Like, what did I do to deserve this? I mean, I pay well, But you've seen me on the floor coked out. You've seen me in recovery. You've seen me heartbroken and still working. You're like my best fucking friend, bitch. You're not my assistant. You're like my best fucking friend, bitch. You know, and so all of this is happening at the same time. Dreams are coming true. Display of loyalty. Bullshit coming from somebody I thought was a friend and fan. All of this is happening at the same time. But what did I just tell you? I work best in a chaotic environment. This was just more chaos than I have ever experienced. And I think I channeled it gracefully, especially on that stage. So I practiced all night that night or whatever. Next thing you know, Keisha shows up. Keisha gets off that plane. First thing she does is she orders some food because she's fat as fuck. I'm just kidding. Keisha knows I'm kidding or whatever. Keisha's ready to work. She got business cards. Her outfit is amazing. She's giving me Cookie from Empire tees. And it's no motherfucking shade. Like, she's giving me all of the I am the manager of managers tees, which needed to be gave in the room that we were in. So, I go to sleep. I don't really go to sleep. I meditate from like 1 o'clock to 3. Our car got there at 4, and then the show was the show. The show was the show. The minute so heart beating fast, breathing like a paper bag, you know, in the Uber, my staff gets out of the car. They open my door, and from the minute that they open that Uber, I'm dissociating. I'm not there. I'm feeling like I'm not fully conscious of what's happening around me. I feel like I'm just in the moment. Mind you, I haven't yet processed the fact that I was at a Grammy award-winning artist's rehearsal. Like, this is how it's fucking done, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot. Now, mind you, at this time, I'm keeping my distance from my mother because my mother don't know how to operate in spaces like this. She's not an entertaining parent. She's the parent that said go to school, get an education, take off the costume and X, Y, Z. So she's learning how to be a stage mom. So I keep her at a distance because all she's talking about is cleaning my house, right? And I'm like, mother, do you realize what's going on right now? Like, but that's not her fault. You know what I'm saying? But I had to keep her at a distance. So I take a deep breath. I call upon Source. Now, mind you, Source, I now address as Bootz, B-U-E-T-Z-A. You guys write that in the comment section. Because for the past month since this year started, me and my coven, as well as the general public, have been evoking the presence of Bootz. But it's always been there. Okay, it's been on my first generation of my tarot cards. I've always known this presence, but I've addressed this presence as Source, right? I indeed called forth that God on stage that night, Asheo Bootz, and the audience was confused. But because me as the channel calling it forth, as you can see, very prevalent, very, very prevalent energy. Very, very prevalent, okay? Speaking about it is very strong. So I'm going to learn the energy a bit more before I start to direct the energy. And our coven's next task is to use that energy to assist Wendy Williams. First celebrity we will publicly cast for. I want her back. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. The experience backstage. The same people that were at the rehearsal were backstage. Very family oriented. I would talk about specific memories and specific people, but I'm having a hard time remembering it. Again, I was completely dissociated. I was completely a vessel and something else took over. I did go live and shared space with you guys backstage as I was putting my makeup on, and we hijacked the dressing room, which was cool. Erykah then shows up. She greets me, gives me a big hug, and me and her sister are hosting the hell out of that motherfucker. Now it's time for me to perform. All I saw was cell phone lights. It looked like I was suspended in space looking out at stars, singing. And now I understand I have been missing that. I have been missing the spotlight. I have been missing audiences. I've been missing that. It has become virtual for me, which is fulfilling to an extent. When I was on that stage, I didn't feel any anxiety. I didn't feel any depression. I didn't feel nervous. It all just made sense. Everything leading up to that moment in my life made complete sense. Everything. I felt worthy of the moment. I felt like I looked good as fuck. I felt confident. I felt like I was stepping on all those niggas from high school. I felt like vindicated, just to be in the room, but to have a role in the room. artists that I listened to, like Thundercat, knew who I was. Tizo knew who I was. Her mother knew who I was. Andre 3000 knew me. He was there, but he did not make a public appearance, honey. His son knew me. It was just, I'm still processing it. Now, like I told you about the anchor, he was there. He was third row. Couldn't look me in the face. Every time I was on stage, he was on his phone. Every time I was on stage, he did not look at me directly at all. I could see him because he decided he was going to wear that yellow head wrap I wore last week. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But I'm grateful because he served as an anchor. Understand, when things are all up in here, you need something to ground you, and unfortunately, bullshit grounds me. So a lot of the time when I was looking out in the crowd, I looked directly at this individual, and I'm like, nigga, like, what the fuck? Like, and all I could feel was the envy. I felt the envy. I mean, and of course I creeped his page, and he was talking about, hi, Erykah, I'm Tommy Braxton. Now, one minute you Tommy Braxton, the next minute, oh, excuse me, I done told y'all who it is. Well, it is what it is. But maybe this is what he wanted. He wanted the clout, so now you have it, you know? But Tommy, I looked at you as a friend. And then to take a picture with my mother and post it on Facebook, like, that shit is so weird to me. It's so weird to me, bro. But I was looking directly at you the whole time. Most of the time I was looking at you, and I want to thank you because the bullshit that you caused me served as an anchor to what I was doing, what you wish you could have done. Now go away, or things can get nasty. It's your bestie. I'm playing. I'm on a different level. No need to converse. But just know this, I'm hurt by that. Very hurt by that. But it didn't throw me off at all. And I was very proud of myself for that. After the show, we're one way out. I don't linger, okay? After a job is done, my goal is to get back in the fucking bed, okay? Honestly. What did I tell you guys? A body at rest likes to stay at rest, okay? And so we were trying to get to the bed. Dallas, the city, so we ended up leaving the venue and walking 2 blocks up. When I tell you that the city is lit with music and art and all different kinds of people, it's a beautiful city. And I do want to visit without working, which I probably will now because of some things that have developed on the back end. So from there, again, Erykah's texting me, making sure that I got home, got to the hotel, okay? We got to the hotel and I just bust out crying. I hit the floor crying in the lobby, bitch. I hit the floor crying in the lobby. Like, I couldn't take. I was so overwhelmed. I was just so full. Like, you know how Beyonce said she was so full that one time? I get it. I was so full, and I craved more, right? I wanted that experience. I don't know if I could do it every day, but, you know, at least once a month. I need to be on somebody's stage. Like, I feel like I have ignored that part of my purpose, particularly because God was doing a work on me. I had to get sober. I had to, you know, do the work. I had to embrace my gift in a way that was fulfilling to other people, and I had to understand where I was in the moment, you know, like who I am. My fans and clients all the time, they always tell me, like, do you not know who you are? And I realized it this weekend. I realized it. I see what y'all see. I get it. I get it. Now, is that going to affect the way that I move? Maybe. But it's not going to affect how personable I am with you and how easily accessible I am for you. You know what I'm saying? I made a promise to you. I just got to figure out a way to make sure that I feel as if I'm still sitting on my throne while servicing you. And before then, I didn't feel like I had a throne to sit on. So something shifted over the weekend, and I'm acclimating it well. I'm going to have to acclimate it with business. I'm going to have to acclimate it with the way I deal with people, how I present myself in public. I'm definitely inspired to get into a gym, okay? Mind you, I'm not ashamed of how I look at all, okay? I'm not ashamed of the gut or whatever. I'm more thinking about the energy and how tired I am right now, and how my legs hurt, and that death drop almost took me out. Like, I'm thinking about, like, the preservation of my body. I am a very restful creature. I like to to lounge and lodge, but I do feel like, I have an elliptical right here. I need to get on that bitch before I get in the hot tub every morning. We'll start there, and then I hire a trainer. And I do like people. Like, I forgot how much I loved people, you know. Since that moment happened, I want to go to a public gym. You know, I want to see people working out in their tidy whities. I want to take Zumba classes. Like, I want to get active. And I think that this definitely has inspired me to do that. Yeah, so after that, that night, we just get food. I finally go to sleep, okay, for the first time. But it's not like I'm asleep. It's like I'm replaying everything in my mind. So I like relive the concert 3 different times. Like, I went to sleep, I relived the concert in my mind in meditation. I go to sleep on the plane, I'm back in the dressing room. Like, I'm dissociating a lot because of this experience, but not in a bad way. Normally I dissociate when things are traumatic, such as rape or such as like pain. Pain makes me dissociate. I've never dissociated positively before. This is the first time in my life that I am, and I'm just trying to. Okay. The formula I have, formula for what I don't know, but the formula I have. But there are more variables that have been added to the equation, and I need to acclimate those variables to what we got going on. So now, we had a travel day yesterday. I met a lot of people at the bar. As you guys can see from the live video, somebody from that show recognized me in the airport. This shit still blows my mind, bro. And I think that it's not going to be blowing my mind. It's going to be something that is expected, or maybe just something that is natural. You know? I look at how Erykah carries herself, and every room she goes into, the level of respect and demeanor is expected from people. And maybe I have to have that level of respect expected from myself as well, because clearly I'm in that room, right? But I don't want to not be able to hug my people. I got to figure this out. And again, that's kind of where I'm at right now, right? So travel day went good. We were all ready to get home. I got home. I see this motherfucker. Come here. Hey, it's a big boy. You see my baby boy. Yeah. And him and his brother, Yumoon, who is still in the bed, slept very tightly next to me. You guys know I consider them my yin and yang. Sir, come here. Let's the people see your big ass. Yes. But I will tell you this. I saw a fluffy Frenchie in the airport. The most adorable dog I've ever seen in my life. And I was about to cheat on Sir, but then I was like, nah, Sir's my nigga. Right, I ain't gonna get rid of you, nigga. You can sit down. Yeah, but he's a big baby. But it was like, I'm gonna get a furry Frenchie. I don't know when, but I'm gonna get one. That means I have to get another cat too. So Yumoon is an exotic winter cat, right? I think I want a serval. You know, the leopard spot cats. I think I want one of them, and then I want a furry Frenchie. It was so cute, and I always said Frenchies were ugly as shit, like little aliens with their nose snatched in. Speaking of aliens. Mind you, this is an Erykah Badu concert, so I didn't expect any less. There was an alien there, just walking around, okay? And nobody else could psychically see it. I saw him for what he was, and I called him out, and he didn't like that too much. I said, that's a motherfucking alien. Okay? That motherfucking soul is not from this planet. I don't know what is possessing his body on that man. He was fine, though. But I know an alien when I see an alien. Honey, that was moving an alien. That motherfucking alien, what it was. And I know what I saw it. But I didn't expect anything less. It was an Erykah Badu concert. There were time travelers there. People jumping timelines just to see the concert. And you know it because they disappeared after the show. Was he friendly? He didn't have emotions like a normal person. I don't know. He was cordial. But I said, hey, I'm Bootz. I said, you're not from here, are you? He said, no. And I was like, I know. He was like, you do? And I said, oh, motherfucking alien. But there was golems there. There were sirens there. If you are of metaphysical texture, you were at that motherfucking show. How do you know? Who is she talking to? I mean, how do I know that your baby daddy done slept with your sister? How do I know that you're not going to get charged in court? How do I know that Your pussy needs to breathe. How do I know any of this shit? I'm the best psychic in the fucking world, bitch. Don't ask stupid questions. How do I know? Bitch, because I'm Bootz God? Fuck? About to spontaneously combust in this bitch, asking them dumbass questions. I need some fucking sushi in my life after that. You need to let your coochie breathe. That's what you need to do. So, hold on, I need my pool people. Hi, and oh geez, okay, let me look at my schedule and see when I can make it out there. Okay, cool. So I got new pool people. One of the things that I love to do is swim. That'll get a bitch in shape, for real. And I heard cold plunges are good. It's still kind of cold in Charlotte, North Carolina, so I'm gonna be jumping in this pool back here. Y'all see the pool? Y'all see the pool? I'll take you over there in a minute. So y'all see the pool? I'm gonna be jumping in that pool and swimming at least 4 laps around that motherfucker every morning before I get my day started and get into this hot tub. I gotta add that in there because my physical body needs work, okay? But in God's time and in God's plan, I'm gonna eat healthy too. You know, but today I am craving pig feet and I'm gonna get them. I am craving Carolina barbecue pig feet over rice with a Caesar salad. And I'm gonna get it too. Sure am. Sure am. The food in Dallas is exceptional. Absolutely beautiful. Favorite part of the trip was honoring my idol. And I'm actually going to post that later on today. So you guys get to see the full performance of me playing the piano and singing. That was one of my best parts. My favorite part, though, was when she called me on stage and addressed me as her friend. I love that. Like, and JoJo's dumbass camera ran out of motherfucking memory, so I don't have that fucking moment, and I'm trying to get that moment from her video people right now. And maybe that's a moment I can post later on just to kind of recap the experience or whatever. But she said, my friend Bootz, thank you for hosting. And I walk up to her, I hug her, she whispers in my ear, I love you so much, you killed it. I said, I love you back, thank you. And then I walk away. I met Puma, Mars, and Seven. Me and Puma are lit. I love that girl. Puma is so lit. I love her. Mars is a bit quieter, and Seven, I tried to move Seven out the goddamn way because it was a big ass cake coming. I didn't even know who the hell I was touching. I was like, move. Wait, Seven? My bad. You can stand right there. My bad, my bad or whatever. And it was cool. Anyway, so the flight back, I flew Spirit, and honestly, not bad. Not bad at all. Does it come recommended? Not if you have luggage, okay? We had like 5 bags. You gotta keep in mind, those outfits had its own bag, and I had a shoe bag, and then I had a bag with all the makeup and stuff. So they were charging like $133 per check-in bag, and they have a confusing system to where it's like a personal item, a carry-on, or a checked-in bag. So, it was my fault. I accidentally booked the Spirit flight that was at the same time as a Delta flight that was one way, right? And as I'm booking it, I was booking it fast, right? Because I was excited to go down there or whatever. The flights were right next to each other, and I went with the cheapest one. I just didn't think that it was a Spirit flight, right? We had a layover in Fort Lauderdale, and their scheduling is a bit off too, because I ended up sitting at that bar for 2 hours when it was only supposed to be a 1 hour layover, right? So they got some things that they could work on. The people on Spirit, though, are more down to earth. Like, they're more personable. They don't really give a fuck how they're appearing. They're loose with it. They are not as, oh my God, I'm flying out, like Delta and American Airlines, like what I'm typically used to. But they're still fun, you know what I'm saying? But it's definitely a different caliber of people that fly Spirit. And I enjoyed them. They all thought I was a celebrity, though, because I had them Dolce glasses on, and they were like, okay, yeah, who is this nigga? You know what I'm saying? Another thing I found interesting is that the girl who flew in on the Spirit flight from Dallas actually was the same flight attendant on the flight from Fort Lauderdale to Charlotte. And I was like, damn, they either like slow staffed or they working your ass, bitch. I don't know what they doing, but it was actually a really good flight. The pilot, that motherfucker could drive, and he actually talks to you. Like, he's standing out shaking people's hands after the flight. I thought that was cool. And he was cute, aside from that damn mustache. That mustache went like this. And I was like, ooh, like this? And I'm like that. And I'm like, ooh, like this. And he was cute. I'm trying to get his number. I flirted with everybody fine. Okay, y'all know me. Y'all know I'm a hoe from the fucking 90s, but I'm a recovering trick. And I flirted with everybody. I tried to get everybody's number, honey. I tried to fuck everybody, okay? And it makes people uncomfortable at first, but then they have an appreciation for it because I'm so liberal. Like, I'm so out there. Oh, you fine. You got them arms. Okay, so if you look at the post that I posted up, the security guard that escorted me on stage, I considered him my stage husband. He was fine as hell. Them arms was hard. I just wanted to suck his dick. I really did. But then I was so focused on what I was doing that I, so I thought, oh, another note. There was a part where my team had to go to the store. Keisha stay cold, bruh. And if the place is cold, Keisha needs a fucking hoodie. So I sent the whole staff away so I could play, right? Because I'm like, they keep me together, right? And so I didn't want to be together. I wanted to be loose. Erykah wasn't even there yet. So I sent them to the store, and I am just hopping and popping, trying to pull people in the bathroom. Then I realized it was 7 o'clock. I need to put a face on. That's when I went live with y'all. Okay. So now I'm home. I got home last night. I put on that Wendy Williams documentary, and I went to sleep to it because I missed the first part. When we got into the hotel, it was like midway through. So I watched the first part of the first part when I got home. Woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning on a Monday morning and did what I always do. I started working. I wanted to make sure that my girls were taken care of and not feeling neglected because of me executing my dreams. And ironically, you guys are not abusing customer service, and I'm really, really appreciative for that. Thank you so much. Customer service for the past 6 seasons has been, you have to pay $20 to use it because people were abusing it. But now people are just using customer service to say, I was just making sure my information was correct. If it went the right way, the documentary's on Lifetime. If it went the right way. So you guys are being very, very respectful. Now, mind you, if your first customer service request went through, don't send another one. Now, that's on Shop Bootz, though. And I'm going to tell y'all something about Shop Bootz, too. My products are very spiritually based. This one girl can't seem to get a pan candle. We've shipped out her a pan candle. The first one was lost in the mail. The second one was the wrong candle. The third one came in broke. That tells me that you don't need it. Okay? So keep in mind, you're purchasing very highly spiritual products, and just because you want them might not mean that they want you. So I sent her a damn spirit candle to get her spirit right first. That's what I did. Yeah, it is kind of triggering to me. It is. But it was good to see Wendy. And she wants to be seen. Like, that's the part that made me okay with watching it and not feeling too attached to what I was looking at. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about that tomorrow. That's all tomorrow. But on today, I just want to end this live video by saying happy birthday, Erykah. I don't know if you're watching this video right now or what, but I do know that I love you, and I thank you for being one of my best friends in this world. They say you're never supposed to meet your idols, right? But I met mine, and now we're like the best of friends. It's crazy. We are going... I can't talk about it. But what I will say is that you haven't seen the last of us together. I was excited to meet Rhapsody, too. She's from North Carolina. I didn't even know. She's from Snow Hill, which is outside of Wilson, which is the trenches, bitch. But look at her. She's done come up, and she looks fucking fabulous. Honey, I loved her outfits and stuff. Tizo, Thundercat, the co-host, Nay Rock. It was just spectacular. And I'm happy to be at this level. I'm happy to be at this level. I've been invited to different things, private parties. I'm living in a dream. You know that saying? I'm living the dream. I quite literally am. And I needed this moment to make everything make sense. I show up to work, I do the work, I got the money, I'm looking good, I'm in designer, but none of it really felt like mine until this weekend. It's always felt like I'm working for something to prove. And now I don't have to prove shit. I'm Bootz. And when you say that, somebody's going to know who that is. And that is enough. So now, we really take over. Now, we really shine. One of the messages that I gave on Sunday Inspiration in the airport, I said, what do you do now that you've accomplished your dream? You dream bigger. I want a Grammy. I want a Grammy. And after I get that Grammy, I want to be an EGOT. But first, I want a fucking Grammy. I want to be respected for my musical talent. That's what I want. I'm respected for my personality. I'm respected for my clairvoyancy. I want my music to take me to get a Grammy. That's what I want. And I'm going to make it happen. And it's not going to take long. Because now I've set my GPS. You see what I'm saying? I've set my GPS, right? Through my psychic business, I was able to do this. Through hosting, I'll be able to be in rooms where I can get my music out there, right? I see how God is choreographing this, and I'm ready to work. After I soak in this hot tub for a day, because I am sore as shit. We did it. 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 How long have you guys been watching me? Let me know in the comment section. How long have you guys been watching me? Let me know in the comment section. It don't even matter if you started watching me last week. Like, you feel it, right? So it's like God shined on me and the world bared witness to it. Brought forth by Erykah. I'm overwhelmed in the best way. And now it's time to get back to work. Now it's time to get back to work. Now it's time to get back to work. Again, tip jar open for you. 50% off of everything using code Erykah. That's ERYKAH. Okay, using code Erykah takes 50% off of your tip jar today. It does not work for Shop Bootz, and it does not work on the booking appointment side of my website. March the 8th, I do have appointments available. That is the only day in March I do have available to service you, because I'm trying to get out of something. So you guys are going to help me with that, like you've helped me get here. Spells, incantations, sigils for my baby witches. They're all going up, and they're all doing what they're supposed to do. And 50% off of those too, using code Erykah. Everything code Erykah. Everything code Erykah, and it will get that percentage off. The last thing I'll say to you before I end this video is, you guys are my journal. Yeah, you guys are more than just audience members to me. You're my journal. You are the keepers of my testimony. You are my family. And it's weird. We have the most unconventional family ever. We have family reunions every day. For an hour, right? I didn't do this alone. I did this on the backs of every single person I've read. Every client has boosted me up. Every person who's been around me, my own meet and greets. Like, it's just, all of these memories are like on a kaleidoscope in my mind right now, and I just want to tell you that I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I know I always get emotionally grateful when it comes to y'all, but just thank you. Just thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love you guys. I'll see you guys on the show tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. And expect your readings to come in today. If you purchase today, they'll be given to you by Wednesday of this week. I do have clients Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and I cannot wait to see and banter about this shit with you guys. It's going to make it all make sense even more. Have a great rest of your day. Comment on everything. Put me in your story. I need that. And I love you guys so. Do the thing, damn. Love you guys so. Y'all be the heart stand. Put hearts up as I am making my exit, if you guys do not mind. And I'm going to play, I'm going to play a song. This is going to be the song in dedication to what Erykah Badu likes to call her omen right now. Minding your fucking business. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
I know you want that flavor that night. You want that watermelon ain't sweet as it used to be.
Huh. He stabbed me right in my back. Too cool. You're such a beautiful boy. I'm minding my business. Grown folks business. I'm minding my business. Grown folks business. You had me. Send you on the run. Your feet get putty. Show and taste the fun. You're back now. But I'm backstage with Badu. Like she said, I don't really wanna fuck with you. I'm minding my business. Grown folks business. I'm minding my business. Grown folks business.
Hey, you can say the reason, but that's grown folks. There's only grown folks.
Later.